This might be hard to imagine, but I'm not really into cars much. I was back when I was around 18 to 19, but I got screwed over a deal with someone that sold me a Mustang that had bad pink slips. After trying to unsuccessfully register it and given about 2 pages of things to do to even begin the chance of waiting in line at the DMV for it to finally be accepted into registry, let alone prior to any of the California smog laws, I was already over it. I took the guy to small claims court, and all that happened out of it was being notified by the police department that they're pursuing an investigation on the guy that sold the car to me. Since then, I just gave up that dream car idea. Thankfully, it saved me a lot of stress in the long run. I drove shitty cars my whole life, even to this day, but I see the power that having a nice car that you have a big payment for just totally controls people. And it's giving power to every person that dings and scratches it or keys it. That's your whole day ruined from something that you can't even control. Either way, the game in theory is something I would really enjoy. It's not just the building the car aspect, but the daily life sim on top of that makes it interesting. You gotta go to the store to buy some beer and sausages to sustain your health, and sleep occasionally. Smoke to de-stress or use the sauna, go to the bathroom regularly. All of this management feels pretty good when you're in a good groove of the gameplay, where you're finding out what part you need next, or if you forgot the oil at the store for your car's build, so now you gotta wait until your uncle comes back with the van to borrow, otherwise you gotta risk taking the motorbike all the way there and back without falling, or breaking the equipment, which is tough in itself. Again, in theory, I would fall in love with this game and how, quote, casual it feels, but being honest, I don't really enjoy the game. There are other games I enjoy, like This War of Mine, that also have the same characteristics, which is when it rains, it pours. Say you're driving to the shop, but forgot what turn you're going down because you're in fucking Finland. And you drive all the way to the farm silo by accident and run out of gas. Now your 2 options are reloading your last save from the toilet of your house, completely killing any progress you made between that point, or walking all the way back to your house to get the bike, to then refuel the 1-gallon tank, to then take to the van over there, to then make it back to the gas station, to then finally make it home with the van. That itself, just that one hiccup, can cost you hours. And those hours that you can't really make up and have to do over either way. Comparing that to This War of Mine, when it rains it pours the same way, sure. However, when it pours, it doesn't pour for hours. It gives you just one big hiccup, like someone dying or someone getting sick, you're out of food, but you can improvise from that point. There is one big hiccup that you can improvise and fix it relatively quickly, or lose relatively quickly because the hiccup is just too great. Like 2 of your guys dying when, say, you're getting raided. In my summer car, you don't have that same luxury. The progress you make for 10 hours in a save is a lot more to lose than progress you make from just a simple run in This War of Mine. I try to enjoy it. Maybe it's the headspace I've been in recently, but I just can't relax while playing it. I just end up getting frustrated too easy, and the road ahead seemed way too far for me to even justify getting to a point to finally enjoy it. I just had a friend named Watermelon pick up the game recently, and he's a bit younger than I am, but he just picked up this game a few days ago this week. And these are his thoughts as someone that's unfamiliar with it.
First off, the things that really hooked me in the game was the level of immersion, especially when it comes to building your car from the ground up. It's not just a menu system or like you just put the parts up to the engine and it's on it. You actually build it bolt by bolt, piece by piece. And if you mess up one thing, you gotta take everything back apart. It's detailed, hands-on, and feels incredibly satisfying once you finally get the car running and can actually drive it down the road. But now on to what I didn't like. The game is such a grind, the early game especially. It feels like a boating and walking simulator. You'll spend a lot of time trying to get from point A to B with barely anything to show for it. And even later on, once you got the car up and running, one tiny mistake like a missed shift or a misjudged turn, you can send your whole setup spiraling. Your car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, and guess what? You're back to walking all over again.
So, suffice to say, this game is hit and miss. I remember getting this game when it was new in 2016, but even then, I was still too frustrated before any tutorials came up on YouTube to even begin to try and enjoy myself playing it. The stress meter you can't fix in real life just as easy as in game. In real life, you have to manage it or you end up getting vertigo. And then you wonder just how much you missed the lighthearted stress of building a simple car in summer. If you liked the review, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe to the Ko-Fi. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next week. I'll be there for sure.